So it's Saturday morning in Capri, Sorrento. Saturday morning, it's our last morning, but this morning we're hoping to go to, or we are going to a farm, a working farm, lemon farm, and I think there's going to be lunch and limoncello, and we're going to see how they work the farm. It's actually a working farm, so it's supposed to be a good tour. That should be pretty good fun. And here is Sorrento on a Saturday morning, and it's local time. It is 7:20 or thereabouts. So this is the view from our hotel bedroom, and basically it's beginning to come to life. As you can see, normally there's a lot of traffic coming in there on the left hand side, winding in that sort of cliff or coastal road. You can see buses coming in there in the distance, and you'll see traffic bumper to bumper there later on. In fact, they're coming nearly bumper to bumper now, as you can see. So huge influx of people into Sorrento every morning, especially, well, every morning. I don't know where they're all going to, or whether they're tourists or whether they're working here or whatever, but anyway, that's Sorrento on a Saturday morning.
Other popular fruit trees you can see here growing. That's an hazelnut tree.
Okay, so Saturday, 1st of October, we're heading back to the airport in a couple of hours. and today obviously is the last day in Sorrento on my annual leave. This morning we went out and we had a very pleasant journey, a very pleasant excursion out to a local farm which farms olives and lemons, mainly lemon farm. Now I suspect that a lot of their income comes from doing tours out from Sorrento, just like ours. The tour was absolutely packed. It was 130 euros per person, and they do 2 tours a day, and they do the tours every day of the week. So even though they're a small farm on the side of the mountain, whatever, and have been there since the 1700s, they are still farming lemons. Lemons is the big thing. There's a local brand of lemon in the area, the Sorrento lemon apparently, and the cooperative came together and they've branded it in, they're giving it a special brand, so that makes most of the money for them. They also make some money from olives and so on. But in terms of my overall trip, etc., it has been enjoyable. Sorrento and the areas around it, Capri and Amalfi and Positano and Pompeii with the history and culture and so on, all of these places have been very, very interesting to visit and to see and so forth. But one thing that hasn't been so good has been our experience with the service industry. We've eaten out, for example, every day this week, or every evening this week. We've had dinner out. Obviously we're staying in a hotel, and not one evening has anybody, any waiter or any maitre d' said to us, well, how was that, or did you enjoy your meal, or was that nice, or did you like the dessert, or did you like the wine? Not once. That's disappointing, because I know that that would not happen in Ireland. In Ireland, the waitress or waiter or head of the restaurant, the maitre d' or the restaurant manager, would definitely, the hotel owner or whoever, would definitely come to you and say, did you enjoy your meal, or did you like that, or whatever, and get some feedback. That's the first thing. The second thing is, we were checking out there this morning in the hotel, and I was kind of curious to see exactly what the interaction would be when we were paying, and we paid for the week a little over 2,000 euros, and when we paid the hotel the 2,100 euros or whatever it was, the guy behind the desk at reception in the hotel, and it's supposed to be a 4-star hotel, simply took the credit card machine back in, went back to looking at his book or his diary. He didn't say, did you enjoy your trip, or, you know, what time you're flying out at, or did you enjoy your visit to Sorrento? So I said to him, are you not going to ask us, did we enjoy our visit? And he looked at me kind of blankly, as if nobody had ever challenged him before. But I was kind of determined that, having been born and reared and brought up in retailing, with a retailing background, that if somebody drops 2 grand with you, that the very least you're going to do is make some small talk with them. You're going to make some connection. You're going to say to them, did you enjoy your trip? Do you like Sorrento? What did you think? What did you think of the hotel? Have you any feedback? Will you give us a review, etc.? None of that. This guy simply produced the credit card machine. He collected over 2,100 euros from us for the week, and took the credit card machine back very, very quickly, and went back to looking at his diary, his book. This is a 4-star hotel. It's a restaurant or a reception where the guy on a Saturday morning should know his stuff. But I mean, when he's checking people out and relieving them of a fair chunk of change, the very least he should be asking is, did you enjoy your trip? Didn't happen. So that's kind of left a sour taste to a certain extent for both of us in our trip to Sorrento. We've thoroughly enjoyed it, all right, and we've enjoyed the physical locations, which are stunningly beautiful. But sometimes the stunning beauty of a place can be besmirched or degraded somewhat
by the human interaction that you experience. And the human interaction we experienced with the service industry here in Sorrento hasn't been the best. And something as basic as saying, did you enjoy your meal, or we might see you tomorrow evening, or did you like that dessert, or whatever, none of that happened. Everything has been very, very transactional. In addition to that, you have taxi drivers running across the street asking you, do you want to hire a taxi to go wherever. You have people then, or guys at restaurants, waiters and so on the sidewalk hustling and trying to get you into their place, etc., which is fair enough, but after a while, quite frankly, it gets a bit wearing. So physically beautiful place, but our interaction and experience of the Italian service industry, quite frankly, has been poor and has left a poor taste. Whether we'd come back or not, quite frankly, I don't think we would. I don't think we would, because we felt very much like we were pawns in a game and very much the customer in a transactional arrangement, and that was about the height of it. But there was no question of reaching out to us, no question of saying, where are you from? Is this your first time in Italy, and so on. So that's been disappointing. The high point, I suppose, Capri was a high point insofar as it's physically beautiful, but again, I mean, it's populated to a huge extent with very high-end hotels and very high-end brands like Rolex, Armani, Hermes, etc. You name it, all the top brands are out there on Capri. But the highlight of Capri was the chair ride. We both went on this chair ride that took us to the top of I think it's Mount Solero or Monte Solero. And it was good fun, great fun. We got great views of Capri and Anna Capri. Anna Capri is old Capri, it's at the top of Capri, and we went by the chairlift up to the highest point on the island, which was a good old kick. It was 12 minutes each way in the chairlift. It cost €12. It was good value, and that was a bit of fun. Positano was a very, very nice place, very, very physically attractive. Amalfi, same story, cut into the side of a mountain. Both Positano and Amalfi are cut into the side of a mountain. Very, very picturesque. You can get great photographs and so on, but when you actually walk the streets and that sort of thing, you're going to be faced with the same sort of shops everywhere. The leather shops, the ceramic shops, the shops selling lemon-based products, limoncello, and all the other stuff to do with the lemon, because the lemon is a huge contributor to the local economy here from an agricultural perspective. So that's been the experience. Physically beautiful. Interaction with the service industry hasn't been encouraging, and quite frankly, I'd be slow to come back, even though physically it was a beautiful place. I hope you find this vlog useful or informative or whatever. You may have a completely different view, you may have a completely different perspective, but that's my perspective, and obviously I'm making the video, so I get to give my opinion. If you find it useful, I'd appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up down below, and you may be interested in subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you are, just hit the like button down below and hit the subscribe button, more importantly, and hit the bell icon, and you'll be notified when I bring out new videos. Thanks a lot, thanks for your support.